I mean, I can't play c6 because he just plays rook takes knight, and then so what? As my dad would so famously say. My dad's reply was, so what? So, and it's correct. It's a so what. So knight takes bishop, queen takes knight. What if we play queen takes queen, knight takes queen, and then do I have any kind of reprisal that's special? He's threatening knight to f6. Don't care for that. So I'm going to say that's not the right move for me. I mean, I don't see where bishop to e6 or, f5. Whoop-de-doo. Actually, f5 isn't bad. But I just don't have anything. Bishop to e6 doesn't really do anything because that knight f6 check. Yeah, maybe. It's a toughie. I'm looking. Knight takes bishop, queen takes, knight takes d5. He forks my f6 and my c7. I don't like that. So f5, he could just go attack that rook in the corner if he wanted. It's bogus, man. Because I would just take his rook, he'd take my rook, and I really can't get him. My gut reaction is that I need to move to make a second threat. Maybe knight takes bishop, queen takes knight is good, but followed by queen takes h3. Because yes, that's good, because if he takes with the knight, I pin him. Knight takes bishop, he takes the knight, I play c6. He doesn't take and takes with the queen. I take this pawn, threatening checkmate and his knight. This has got to be it. We're decoying him to a bad square. Yeah, whatever, bro. So long, chump. There's 48. I just tied my record. Now we're going to be staring down the barrel of 2600 level problems. Okie dokie. I see this weird thing of pawn captures g6 because it threatens mate on h7. So queen takes rook is irrelevant. And if he plays queen takes pawn on g6, I have rook to g3 winning his queen, which is nasty. I also have, actually, no, I don't also have anything. I have that. He's on my queen. He's going to take my queen, that freak. So, f takes g6. Looks like a winner because it unleashes an attack on his queen. He has no checks. It unleashes. What if he? Well, if he plays pawn takes pawn, I just play rook takes queen. You're screwed. I mean, he's not dead, but he's losing. Pawn captures pawn. We just got to make sure, cross your I's and dot your T's, that this is the right move, because rook to here, pawn, queen takes, rook to here, bishop does nothing. This is the move. Absolutely correct. Ha. Okay. No problem. I check him. He goes bishop there. I'd play rook captures queen, bishop takes queen, rook captures rook check, and then take his bishop. That seems to be the only thing. I can't move my rook because I've mated here on f1. That looks like it. This is not great, but it's good enough. Oh, it's not good enough. Crud. Now that's a bizarre occurrence. I mean, it's so weird. Do I take the bishop or do I not take the bishop? If I take the bishop, his queen gets in on the defense, so I don't want to take it. I don't know. It looks like rook to f6 is a devastating move. I don't see that, d4 taking e5 has any effect on that move. How does he defend? Rook e1? Rook to e1, I just play queen to, queen to h3. And I don't see how this guy is going to worm his way out of this. I almost had that last problem, but I made a mistake somewhere. I just couldn't see anything better. So, rook to f6 threatens checkmate. The only defense I see to that checkmate. Oh, he would have bishop takes f4, but then I could just play e takes f4, and it's right back on. His queen can't defend on g3. He could defend on f3. It just doesn't seem like it's working for him. Man, if this fails, I want to see the answer. Okay. I don't get it, but let's find out what was wrong with that move, as I didn't see it. He should have taken. I looked at that, and I didn't think it was any good. I thought bishop would take f3. Oh. Bishop takes f3 doesn't work because rook takes f3. It's queen g4. Rook h3 is mate. My mistake. I did see f3. I just thought that bishop takes and I can't mate him, reasonably. Because I didn't see queen g4 check transferring it and the rook made him there. I was thinking, well, that'll never mate him, and it won't. This is what happens at the highest level. Welcome to my world. Okay, fantastic, fantastic. Oh, rook to g3 was the move. I only briefly considered that. And that does checkmate. He cannot take my rook because it's checkmate by queen g6, queen g7. Krudsky. Dude, those were the two of the easiest problems. I should have had 50. I blew it, man. I had 50 in my hand and blew it. Welcome to my world. Karudzilla. Well, I really only briefly glimpsed rook g3 and thought it was, I didn't analyze it at all. That was my fault. And that is a classic mistake. At the high level, the classic mistake is I looked at rook g3, I go, well, that's not doing it. And I didn't analyze it any further. It's one of the hardest mistakes to eliminate because you give up. And I gave up on rook g3. I go, that doesn't do anything. It just checkmates. Nothing special. My gut reaction, my spidey senses said queen d5 check isn't the right move, but it was winning. Rook takes, bishop takes, rook takes, and then rook takes again. Or it was winning compared to my original position. I'm a pawn up. It is winning, but it's not really winning the game winning. It's, just you have a slight advantage. So, I made the mistake, and it's the same mistake I made on the previous problem. I saw F3 all the way, but I did not analyze it, that one extra move. I saw bishop takes was the reply. That would be the, that would have a chance, but I didn't realize it had no chance because I had rook takes and I had another move after that, which was queen to g4. So I stopped, not one move too short, but one of my own moves too short. So it was like 2 piece movements. So bishop takes, I saw rook takes, and then I didn't realize that no matter what he does, queen g4 is an unstoppable checkmate. So that was my mistake, is I stopped 2 piece movements too soon. One move of whatever the heck he wants to play, I couldn't care less. And then I didn't see my own possibility of queen to g4. So that's the mistake there. Now the other one, I don't know what the heck I did on this one. What did I do wrong here? I checked with the wrong rook. I thought about that rook. I just didn't think that it mattered which rook I used. Technically, it would matter if this attack doesn't checkmate him, because I could play f takes, queen takes, king here, queen to the corner, bishop to g8. So rook f d8 is better because it creates a flight square for the king. I didn't analyze it. Now this is laziness on my part. I didn't analyze this entire attack completely to its conclusion to realize it needs to be the F rook, not the B rook. So that is my mistake of laziness. So that's one of the things, when you make a mistake, I made 3 mistakes in this and got 48. I tied my record. I made 3 mistakes, and you have to understand and admit your mistakes. So congratulations, you got to see what it's like at the top level. So go back and look through those problems. Lots of great moves were played, as you saw. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and this will most importantly help you with your visualization on the board. So you guys know what to do. Tell your friends, but don't tell your enemies, because this is going to make you stronger than them. Rock on, man. I'll see you guys later.